Hello, my name is Darren Queen, and the topic that I really want to talk about today is to talk on poetry and its value to our daily life and how it functions um, into every segment of our life without us noticing. But before we get to that, first of all, I would like to introduce you to this very new and young Vietnamese American poet, novelist, Ocean Vuong. His first debut, called On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, was published in 2019, but I wasn't actually amazed by his works until the publish of Time is a Mother in 2022. It's poetry collection that he wrote among the aftershocks of his mother's death is embodying the paradox of sitting within the grief while being determined to survive beyond it. So, in a recent interview, he asserted that he felt a slightly touch of freedom writing the poetry collection regard to the event of his mother's death, because he felt there was nothing left to lose, and so the only act that he had was to manifest this grief into words, and hopefully his heart could be saved through the kind of storm that he was facing. Um, he writes that uh, what we will always have is something we lost. In the snow, the dry outline of my mother. Promise me you won't vanish again, I said. She lay there a while, thinking it over. It's very beautiful. So the concept of the title Time is a Mother is a very interesting way of Ocean Vuong playing with words. Because a mother, as we know, a mother holds a very powerful birth possibility, and nature has given them such strength to adapt and overcome a series of pain to create humankind. Just like time, uh, like in a matter of second, and time can give birth to a phenomenal event and destroy another. So in a moment, and you just realize how much love you have for someone and how it would hurt after they're gone, or one day if they choose to leave you. So to me, there's something quite discreetly beautiful to that always. So um, so the, I I feel like the human creativity is really matters, because imagine like most of people they walk their life every day without thinking of poetry and arts and stuff, because they have their life and that's how they function. They go to work in the morning, come back home at 5 or 6, have a nice dinner with the family, and then go to sleep, and having the next day just the same. They don't have the reason to care for poetry and something like that until there's an event that happened. Now it could be a really bad or happy event, but it actually comes like when their dad dies, they go to a funeral, or they lose something that really important to them, and or somebody that they love just breaks their heart, and in all of a sudden, and they just feel desperate for making sense out of this life, and they start to feel like, has anyone experienced this before, like me? Has anyone felt this pain right in the chest, and how could they overcome the situation, the circumstance that I have to face? Or in the verse, something great happened to you that makes you really happy, like someone you love finally decides to love you back, and or maybe a really strong feeling when you have for someone you can't even see straight. And that's when you know you dizzy and you start to wonder, like, is this real, and has anyone have the same feeling just like me? So that's when you realize that poetry and art and words uh, are really matters in our life, because we would be really des- desperately lonely without it. And because of poetry and all kind of art, we feel like also our souls has been shared to other, and we feel our existence is stronger, and that we have such strong connection to everyone and to our surrounding. And 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 it's not something that luxury. It's not something that you have to pay for it, or you have to um, put on a really nice suit to go to the museum and looking at fancy art. Is a sustenance, and we need it. It's like a daily basic need that will always come in our life, time again, and we will meet it, whether we want it or not, uh, because it's the basic fundamental thing to this life. Because without it, I can't see the world and its meaning, and I can't see this revolution as something obvious anymore. Um, okay, so I guess that's pretty much all of my point on this topic. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.